Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Kevin Reeves. I'm the digital twin lead on Anglian Water's Strategic Pipeline Alliance, where we are deliberately delivering differently. I want to kickstart this morning just by giving you a quick introduction to Anglian Water. We're one of the largest clean and wastewater water companies by geographic area across England and Wales. We employ about 4,500 people, serving a customer base just over 6 million people. Given where we are in the east of England, it's one of the lowest lying areas in England and Wales. Very nutrient rich. There's a lot of arable farmland throughout the east region, and a coastline that really is quite vulnerable to sea level rise and erosion. So, climate change for us as a business is a key focus. We've invested over £15 billion since 1989. It's a very heavy supporter of the economy within our region, and also a very big supporter of the environment as well. A lot of the things that we do as a business proactively support the drive towards net zero. Interesting to note that we supply over 1 billion litres of water every day, and that's to roughly 2.2 million households. So digital twin for Anglian Water has really been core to our strategy as we go through digital transformation. We're an early adopter within the National Digital Twin Programme, working very closely with the Centre for Digital Built Britain, since the early days, just effectively acting as a catalyst within the water sector, to drive the digital twin ambitions forward right across water. Now, we have adopted the CDBB's Gemini principles. That's kind of core, I suppose, to our transformation programme. And we've defined our purpose as being a digital twin, effectively creating an integrated, accurate digital representation of our physical assets, systems and treatment processes. We use digital twins to unlock value by enabling improved insight that supports better decisions, leading to better outcomes. Now, what's interesting for us as a business is, a core part of our digital twin strategy is to leverage the technology investments that we already have in place. So, we have some big key enterprise systems, that we've invested in over the last several decades, and we're really leveraging that technology, leveraging those investments, and thinking about how we integrate those and transform them and evolve them as well to create that enterprise digital twin for our organisation. Now, one of the challenges with digital twin is to really put people at the forefront of all that we do. So we've been through quite a rigorous exercise of defining personas across our business. So who are the people that are going to be impacted by digital twin, and what does it mean to them as individuals? So I've just given a few examples here, but if we pick on a site manager, for example, what are the things that they're interested in? They need to be able to run that site to cost. They need to meet their targets as part of their day-to-day operation. So they're really interested in, what's my energy consumption look like? Energy being, the largest operational cost within Anglian Water. What does our chemical usage look like? Again, one of the key expenses within our business is chemical usage. And using things like social media, how can I better inform, what's happening to my customers, both inside the business but externally as well? Now, what's important is we thought about the different layers that make up the digital twin. So I suppose down at the bottom layer, well, what are the sensors and the assets that exist that can provide that energy data to that site manager? And how do we then start to integrate that data, run the analysis and visualize it in a way that makes sense to the site manager, so that ultimately the site manager can make more informed decisions to support the business and optimize our operations. Now, we've been through this process, believe it or not, for around 80 or so different personas, really thinking about, where is the value in our business? Where should we start on what is quite a bold and ambitious journey? So it's just a snapshot of those personas and kind of how we're approaching it. But we do feel that's really quite important, putting people at the forefront of all we do as part of our transformation. So that leads me on to the roadmap that we've developed. It's a long-term roadmap. It extends over 15 years. We recognise as a business there's no overnight leap to digital twin. This is definitely a journey for us. And we've really started with, well, what are the outcomes that we're looking to achieve as a business? We're regulated by Ofwat as the water sector regulator, and we have outcome delivery incentives that we need to meet that are set out in our business plan. So we're starting with those outcomes and decisions. That's helping us to drive the business case for investing in digital twin. And we started to break down that investment over a number of years. So the first thing that we've delivered over the last 12 months is a proof of concept focused on a pumping station to start with, but really looking to push the envelope and test the boundaries of what we can do with modern technology, focused around digital twins. So looking at things like more integrated systems, process automation, the application of artificial intelligence, to really drive things like predictive maintenance and optimize operations. So that proof of concept has been a success. We've learned a lot through that process, and that's helped and informed the Strategic Pipeline Alliance. So that is a brand new alliance for Anglian Water. It's separate from the @One Alliance, which is our main capital delivery programme, and it's set about to implement a new pipeline stretching from effectively Hull all the way down to Essex. So it's 500 or over 500 kilometres of new pipe being installed to make that water network across the East region more resilient. So there are lots of interfaces to the existing network as we go, and it really will be the first scaled digital twin demonstrator for our business, and in fact one of the first scaled demonstrators in the UK. So the idea of SPA is to learn. We want to try things out, we want to test things, we want to understand what works, what doesn't work. So we're adopting an agile approach, and we will use the outputs of SPA to effectively enhance and converge our existing digital transformation strategies, our business transformation strategies, and think about how we can start to better leverage digital transformation. Now, as we move forward through our roadmap, we'll start to move towards the introduction of kind of digitally enabled physical assets, predictive means for both operations and maintenance, automated lifecycle planning, adopting ideas and concepts from product lifecycle management and bringing that into our industry. And then eventually where we'd like to get to is, the use of artificial intelligence to control and optimize our asset base, really supporting and augmenting our operational staff, to take away some of the burdens of operations and let our people focus on the optimization and the performance side of our business. As we move past that, we've got a keen eye on integration with both our utility partners, so other water companies, but also thinking about how we integrate into the national digital twin to support that multi-utility integration. So being one of the largest consumers of energy in the UK, and I mean the water sector overall, being able to integrate with the energy sector is vitally important to us as we go forward.